Well, I guess it's my turn to do some talking about my family history. And unfortunately, I don't have any pictures of any side of the grandparents, either mom's parents or dad's parents. I can elaborate a little bit on information that Aunt Emily gave me about uh, dad's side of the family. We had a grandmother, her name was Mary, and the grandfather was Albert. And they,
What was their last name?
well, I don't know Mary's last name. And of course, grandfather was Luscher. A Swiss name and a proud name of the Swiss. So I'm going to go on from there. They're now buried up in Central Valley, New York, and we do as a family go up there and check out how the graves look every couple of years and make sure everything looks okay. Dad's brother John is buried up there too, so there's three in the graves up there. Uh, I can talk a little bit, I guess, about mom's side of the family. Again, the only grandparent that I knew there was mom's mom, and we used to go up there and visit on summer vacation. And she was in a back room, a dark area. She was almost blind, and she was pretty much bedridden. And she was like that for a number of years. Uh,
What was her name?
Her name was Mary, and
And where did they live in Vermont?
they lived in Burlington, Vermont, on Howard Street. And actually, one of her sons, Donald, and his wife Rose lived there in the house with their children and took care of her. That was basically what we did every summer. We went up to see them. I don't know if there's any other questions that you have for me about my grandparents, but that's...
How did your mom and dad meet?
Well, Dad met by meeting Donald down in New Haven, Connecticut, where he was working and living. Donald was a representative for the Coke Company, and he somehow got together with Dad, and he said, you had to come up and meet my family and meet my sister.
And what was his sister's name?
Well, that was Evelyn.
Evelyn what?
Evelyn Bushy. And Dad went up there and met Mom, and they were married within a year. They just fell in love with each other. Now, Dad was quite a bit older than Mom, by almost 20 years. But one of the reasons that he didn't marry earlier is that he was engaged after he came back from the First World War. He was engaged to be married to a local gal up in Central Valley, New York. She was run over by a milk wagon a week before they were to be married. And that really did something to him. He wasn't able to go even look or find anybody else.
Do you know anything about your dad's war history?
Well, Dad was a violinist, and he played in Carnegie Hall as a teenager. He was very good, and he was going to be a protege of one of the great masters there. But he got called into the war, and in the war he became a truck driver in France, and he got hit by mustard gas, and it didn't really impair him physically, but it did something to his nervous system. He was never able to play to his own satisfaction the way he did before. So he would play the violin for us, but wasn't able to do what we would hope that he could do, and get back into the type of concert violinist that he was.
What was your dad's full given name?
Oscar Frederick Luscher.
What about your mom? What was her given name?
Evelyn Bush is all I know.
Evelyn?
Evelyn.
Evelyn.
Yeah.
Do you know what their birthdays were?
Well, Dad was born in 1896, and Mom was born 1916.